It is crunch time around here and I needed to crochet a bunch of little things super fast to prepare for my markets. So today I am sharing with you a list of things that you can crochet super fast in under an hour. Hey, it's Tammy, Crafty Mompreneur. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today I am taking you through a list of market makes that can be made in under an hour. I have tried so many new patterns this week, so I felt like it was time for me to just put together another one of these pattern roundup videos because you guys seem to like them. And I love sharing the things that I find to make your life easier. So all of the information about the patterns will be in the description box below, so you can just click the link and it will take you directly to the pattern, because I'm all about saving you guys time so you can spend more time crocheting. So let's get to the video. First up are these little mini Grinches. Now, I'm starting off with this one because I love Pogsy's Place. Her shop is full of all kinds of little guys that you can whip up really quick. She has so many great patterns that I've shared some of them in my previous videos. But this is one that I did just make this week, and I made 3 of them. But I will tell you this, on this particular pattern, if you buy it, I did add 2 extra rounds in between the arms and the legs so that I had enough room to put the little heart on the little Grinchy. And I also added a chain stitch to the top to add his little thing on the top of his head, because if you see this picture right here, there really wasn't enough room for the little heart. So I did make that little bit of change. So the difference in using yarns, I made this little guy with this marshmallow yarn. I mean, it's called Marshmallow. I got it on Amazon, and for those of you that crochet know this, but you can see the difference in how big the plushies are. This is another one of the Pogsy's Place plushies, and you can see the size difference just by using a different size of yarn, how much it increases the size of the plushie. And then here's another one. This yarn was the big twist yarn, and even that, like, the size difference is crazy. See, I've been able to get $10 for these at my market. So everywhere, markets are different, you know, depending on what you can get yours for. I'm not sure if this little guy would be $10 because I don't know. So what I did is I bought these little keychain things from Amazon, and I'm gonna put probably 2 on and then leave 1 without. And if people want the keychain, they can just keep it on or take it off. So, Pogsy's Place. Little critters work up super fast. Oh, and here's a little one I made. It's from her holiday pack. So yeah, these 2 were in the holiday pack. But see, look at the size difference. But these are really super cute. Oh, one more that I made that I still have is Peacock. I'll do all my Christmas ones first. So my next Christmas one are these little poppets by Cable and Canvas, and they're just little Christmas trees. And this is the first poppet that I've made, but pop it up. And I used blanket yarn for this, and so it's a little bit bigger than the size of my hand. And her pattern is free here on YouTube for this one. She has you do all red, so this one definitely took a little bit longer, but it was still under an hour for me to make this. And then I made one with just doubled some yarn so I could get the red and the white effect. But these were Burnett blanket yarn. She used Parfait Chunky, so hers were quite a bit smaller, but it still works. And I think for these, I'm gonna try them at 12 and see how they do. I'm not sure if people are even gonna get it. Like, if you've made poppets before, how did they do? I might try and make the mushroom one. She also has a mushroom one. So I might try and make one of those, but I'm not sure if I have time. So, okay, in the next holiday one, not all of them are gonna be holiday. Candy cane tutorial. This one did take less than an hour, so I thought I would definitely include it in this roundup. This is a free tutorial here on my YouTube. You can find that here. and I just came up with the pattern. See if they sell. I think I'm gonna do $10 on these. So I was scrolling Instagram about a week ago, and I saw somebody post that rubber ducks were selling really well for her, and I've never crocheted a rubber duck, so commented on her post, got the name of whose pattern it was, and I decided to make a rubber duck. So this is the one I made, but this one was probably a little bit over an hour, and so it was taking too long to make. I did a little searching and found a free pattern for a smaller rubber duck that took less than an hour. So this is the one that I made 3. And I wanted to make them in a whole bunch of different colors, but I think I'm running out of time for this market. So these are my tests to see how well they do at my market. And I am gonna do them at $10. I tried to come up with a lot of items that were around $10, $10 to $15, and trying to keep things under 20 because I know the holidays, you're just trying to find like inexpensive gifts, you know. So all these patterns will be linked in the description box. There was no video tutorial or anything, so I will link that in the description box, but they turned out really cute and under an hour. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you may remember that I made these kind of big gators, alligators, and every time I would make one, they would sell. And I sold them for like $15 to $16, but they took close to an hour, if not more. I think that I timed myself and it was right under an hour. When I saw this baby gator pattern, I snatched it up because I knew I wanted to make them because they would take less time, but I still think they would be popular. So I have little mini baby gators now that I want to say I was able to make this in like 30-ish minutes maybe. And so I made 3 of them. And this is a first time for this pattern also, so I will let you know how they sell. These are going to be a $10 item also. Another quick market make is this stingray from Teresa's Crochet Shop. I had to remember. And this one also works up pretty quickly, under an hour for sure. And I ended up selling a few at my last market, so I only had 1 left. But I was making them again, and I think I actually added an extra row. So this one's a little bit bigger. So now I kind of like this size. This is for $10. This is also a free tutorial here on YouTube, so I will link that. But yeah, so now I have 4 rays for my next market. Next thing that you can make in under an hour, usually it's about 35 minutes, are these little axolotls. I think I shared these before, but I sold out of them rather quickly at my last market. So this time I made 6. Let's see if I can hold them all. Maybe not. Okay, here they all are. 6 axolotls. This is Crochet Grove's pattern. It's on her Etsy. I posted these on my Instagram, or I posted them in a video on my Instagram, and people were already saying, like, tagging people that wanted an axolotl for Christmas. So I have a feeling these might sell out. So that's all the newish patterns that I've crocheted this week. And now I just wanted to share some other quick market makes that are under an hour, that if you've seen any of my other videos, you know these, you love them probably. The leggy frog, I still had like 4 of these left, so I'm not gonna make any more for this market because I feel like I have a lot of other stuff and I still have some. So leggy frogs. The next thing that I needed to restock, because I only had 1 left, are these little mini octos that I make. These I sell for $5. They work up in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes maybe. So while I was sitting on the couch last night, I have these, I ran out of eyes, so I have all of these ready for eyes. I'm gonna embroider some eyes on some of these, like this one, like 3 of them. So I'm gonna have 4 embroidered eyes and 4 with safety eyes. Good to have a few things that are like $5-ish for when someone has to buy a lot of things. But these always tend to sell pretty good, and This is actually my own design after many attempts at making octos. I kind of simplified the pattern so I could get it down to like a 20-minute make. This is really a simple design. I'm gonna just probably film myself making one to share the tutorial because it's really simple. It's really just 6 rows, and I actually did it a little bit different this time, and I have it all ready to stuff and put eyes on, and I just have to close these up. These 3 are for safety eyes. So this is with safety eyes, and then I embroidered these eyes on so that they were little kid safe. So I think it looks okay with embroidered eyes. I don't know, what do you guys think? Embroidered eyes, safety eye. Have a preference? Drop it in the comments and let me know. And then the other one that I always just try and keep some in stock all the time are these little gummy bears. I still had 4 in inventory, so I did not make any more of these this week, but this is a great pattern because it doesn't have safety eyes. I actually sit at the market and I can make these while I'm sitting there. Another thing that you can make relatively quickly without safety eyes are gummy worms. Now, there is a pattern on a ribbler that I have used in the past, but I have since went on to just kind of make my own. And all this is a tube of 7 single crochets with, let me just count the rows for you. It's 7 single crochets and a magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of one color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows of another color. And this is Burnett blanket yarn. And I only made 2 of them because it was kind of a test. I sold one of them at my last market. I mean, it's a kind of a jumbo gummy worm. Oh, I'm running out of time to make things this week. My market is on Saturday. I'm recording this on a Thursday, so we'll see if I have some time to make some more of these. Tofu the turtle, this is my last one. I always sell these, and I think I might have to have a turtle making day, like spend a couple hours and make some. I do know that this can be made in under an hour. I want to say it's like 45 minutes for me, but I do want to get a couple more made in just the regular turtle colors. One of the last things that I'm going to show you are the possums again, because these have been a good seller, and I've only brought them to like 2 markets, and I always sell a couple of them. So I have 3 for this market. I'm not going to make any more just because there's other things that I need. I mean, I only have this 1 turtle left, so I know that turtles are more of a priority than possums at this point. The last thing I have for you guys is little mini loaf cats. These are a new one for me. I have not made these before. I've made bigger loaf cats, which took me over... Thirsty dog. I had made like 15 of the big loaf cats over the summer, and I think I'm down. Oh my God, the dog wants out. So I had made about 10 to 15 of the bigger loaf cats over the summer, and it kind of took forever for them to like start selling. And so when I saw that the pattern designer, Anne, she has a mini little loaf cat, and she also has a kitten. So there's 3 sizes of loaf cats. I went with the little mini kittens because they're just so cute and small. And I feel like I'm gonna list them for 15, or I'm gonna offer them for 15 and see how they do. But I kind of was just like, I got on a roll and I just kept making them. And then I'm like, oh, a striped holiday one would be cute. And then I attempted my own color changes and did like a calico one. She has this pattern, has like 8 different cats in it that you can make, and the pattern is like only like $4 or $5. So I feel like you get a good bargain with her patterns. But there's like the spotted one, then there's one that has just the face. Wait, that one's hard to tell. This is one that just has the face a different color. That's this one. Then there's the solid one. I think I didn't do a solid colored one. But yeah, so I've made 8, and I think these, it took me about a half an hour or so to make one, except for like The ones with color changes do take a little bit longer. And like this one took me longer because I was just placing stuff wherever I wanted. So they're super like customizable. And again, I hope they sell because they are really fun to make. But yeah, my market is this Saturday. So one of my next updates after this Saturday, you'll know how they do. So mini little loaf cats. Cute. Aren't they so cute? Now I have just a couple patterns that are kind of on my wish list. I haven't made them yet, so I'm not 100% sure that they can be made in under an hour, but just by looking at the pattern, I feel like they are probably under an hour because they're like relatively small and they are labeled as a no or low sew. So here's just a few of those. The first one is this cute little rooster from Knott's Merry Yarn. It is actually in my cart right now. She has a new pattern coming out, and I think that if I bundle some, like I can get, she offers a discount if you spend a certain amount of money in her shop. So I do want to get this rooster pattern. Kind of along the same lines as the rooster pattern is one that I've had on my favorites list for a while, and that is the Flockers by Knots by Jack. It's this one. And I think I've had other crocheters, my friends that have sold them and said they do really well with them. I just haven't gotten around to getting the pattern and making any of them, but I do think that this is one worth noting, that if you're looking for a very robust pattern where you get a lot of different options, this Flockers pattern is definitely one that has been on my list for a while. So maybe in the spring, but I can't commit to any more right now. Another one that's on my list, but I have not made them and I'm not sure I'm gonna get around to making them in this holiday season, but definitely for spring markets, are these little car swing animals that All From Jade is coming out with. I believe she has one pack already available and she's coming out with a bunch more. I have seen these all over the internet. Seem to be a hit at markets, but I just haven't gotten around to making any, so they're on my list. Another All From Jade pattern that I have but just haven't got around to making yet are for the sushi lovers in your life, and it's this like 12-in-1 pattern pack, and it's all this like sushi food. And I definitely have those on my list of things I wanted to make, but I wanted this to be like a spring thing because I want to be able to make a lot of them, and I just didn't have the time to commit to making the big spread and the cute little display. She had, here's a picture of it from her Instagram, but I wanted to be able to do something like that, and I just don't have the time. But in the spring, but I think they're small enough that they would be able to be made in under an hour. So another option for you. Okay, and the last one that I'm gonna share that I actually haven't made before that I came across is kind of jumping the gun a little bit, but it's these cute little bunnies by Darling Maple Design. And I'm definitely putting this one on my list for the spring because these, they claim to work up in about 30 minutes. And I think they're a perfect little spring make for markets. So stay tuned for when I actually make those. That's a wrap on my list of quick market makes for this holiday season. And I hope that you found some that you haven't seen before. And I just made a decision that, you know, this week I was going to focus on little mini makes because the market that I'm doing is a gift market. And so usually with the holidays, you're trying to find, you know, some inexpensive gifts, maybe for your kids to give their friends or that kind of thing. So I really wanted to focus on things that were quick to make, that I could make multiple ones of. When I did this market last year, I didn't have a ton of little things. And so I feel like this year I have a lot more. So that's gonna do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And then don't forget to subscribe because next video that comes out is my Granny Square Sunday. And that is where I am crocheting all 50 cards in the Granny Square card deck by Claire Montgomery. I have a full playlist available right here that kind of has been documenting that whole journey, which is coming down to the last 2 videos. So stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye. A seasoned crochet. What is that? A seasoned crochetist. Come on, Tam. That's weird. Over, I don't even know how many I have. I don't even know. So I can't say the number. But I need to record this today. I will say that, what will I say? What will I say? What do I want to say? I don't know. The next market make, the next thing that you can make